Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine and today we're going to be talking about how beautiful the Catholic Church is, how people want to be a part of that beauty, but they don't want the difficult parts of the Catholic Church to come with them. So today we're going to be talking about beauty and suffering. How the suffering is just, we need it. We need the suffering to be closer to Jesus. There's this amazing quote from this amazing woman named Mother Angelica. And let me read you the quote first to start off. Holiness is not for wimps, and the cross is not negotiable, sweetheart. It's a requirement. I love Mother Angelica. She was so sassy with that sweetheart. This woman who was born in the 1920s in Ohio. She grew up kind of in poverty. Her father left her and her mother when she was 2. She was able to go to school, though she really did not like the nuns who were teaching. She called them the meanest people ever and credited the fact they were so mean due to her parents' divorce. She also had terrible stomach ailments. She was encouraged to pray a novena to Saint Therese, and on the 9th day of the novena, she was cured. She decided to dedicate her life to God after that, a nun, and her order was called the Poor Clares of Perpetual Adoration. Coming down to Birmingham, Alabama, which if you've ever been to Birmingham, I have, it's a very, very God-filled city. I mean, everybody goes to church there, and I was staying with some Catholics, and they said, oh my gosh, wait till you get to the Catholic Church. Nobody's Catholic in this area. Oh my goodness. We go to the Catholic Church. It's filled to the brim. We go another day. It's filled to the brim. I finally learned everyone in Birmingham goes to church. There's just not a lot of Catholics there compared to the Protestants because, oh my goodness, we drive down the street. They were redirecting traffic to all the Protestant churches because it's just, everybody goes to church there. I was very impressed. I was very impressed by that city. Mother Angelica decided to start this Catholic network in this not super Catholic city. Oh my goodness, the fruits of EWTN, how much it's converted people or helped people grow stronger in their faith is so incredibly beautiful. It's gotta be one of the most important evangelization tools of our time by far. And it was started by this little nun. She passed away in 2016 on Easter Sunday. I mean, can you say any more? I truly 100% believe she will eventually one day become a saint. She's not officially a saint of the Catholic Church yet, but I pray to her because I truly 100% believe she's up in heaven. So back to the original topic of wanting this beauty of the Catholic Church without putting in the work. So if you saw last weekend, Kourtney Kardashian got married to Travis Barker, whom I had never heard of. I don't follow the Kardashians. I've never watched a single episode of Keeping Up the Kardashians. I know really nothing about them. But a lot of Catholic social media that I follow was flipping out, and rightfully so, flipping out about Kourtney Kardashian's wedding dress, which featured Our Lady of Guadalupe, who is just my favorite apparition of Mary. She's so beautiful. Featured Our Lady of Guadalupe on the veil. The altar that they got married on, because it was not a Catholic wedding ceremony, the altar they got married had a Virgin Mary and all this stuff. She was wearing Our Lady of Guadalupe again another day. It was just weird. It was very weird. And everyone was saying they're mocking the Catholic Church. They're making fun of it. Her husband, Travis Barker, came out and said, oh, I am Catholic and I do pray and all this stuff. But they clearly are in the public eye, and they weren't married by a priest. It wasn't a Catholic ceremony. They're clearly in the public eye. And we know they're not practicing Catholics. Maybe they do pray. They probably do. I don't know. They want this beauty that is the Catholic Church. I mean, I grew up in North Jersey, and it's a very mixed melting pot of cultures here. There's a lot of people, men and women, who wear crosses or crucifixes or wear miraculous medals or any medals just because, or because my parent gave it to me and they said it would protect me, or my grandfather got it for me in Italy, all this stuff. And they don't have any relationship with God themselves or with this St. Christopher medal that they're wearing, or St. Christopher, through this medal. They don't have any relationship, but they feel the need to wear it. Anyway, back to Mother Angelica. What did she say? Holiness. Come on, holiness. If you want holiness, you can't be a wimp. You have to endure the suffering. It's really not easy to be a Catholic. I recognize that. It's super hard. Jesus literally says in the Bible, people will hate you because you love me. Okay? He never ever said being a Catholic would be easy. It's not easy. Just gotta remember, when we go through the crosses, the trials, the tribulations, when we have to wake up early to go to Sunday Mass, it's an act of love. See our suffering as an act of love and know that that's a requirement for your holiness. It's just like when you're dating somebody and he or she does not want to commit to you. Or maybe they are your boyfriend or their girlfriend, but they don't have any interest in meeting your family. They don't have interest in meeting your friends. Maybe they just want to sit on the couch every single day and watch TV. They don't want to take you out for a nice dinner. They don't want to get to know you and your family and everything. They just want to use you or just have you emotionally there for them. It's the same thing. We can't take God off a shelf and just use him when we want to use him. He has to be at the center of our lives all the time. So Kourtney Kardashian, she thought it would be a beautiful dress to have Our Lady of Guadalupe on, and she got a lot of hate for doing it. I personally think she was very wrong for wearing that dress. I admire the fact that she finds our faith so beautiful that she would have it all over her wedding, because our faith is beautiful. It's something about our Catholic, I mean, if you go to the Vatican, it's not just Catholics who go to the Vatican. Everybody goes to the Vatican. Everyone wants to see the Sistine Chapel. It's amazing. It's incredible. Our faith. You go, there's this scene in The Sopranos where Tony takes his daughter to a church and he goes, oh, your grandfather built this church when he came over from Italy. And she's like, okay, well then why don't we go to church here anymore? You know, it's the same thing. These beautiful churches that our grandparents, our great-grandparents, the immigrants built are so gorgeous. We gotta remember, they built it for the future generations. They built it for us. They built it so that we would have this beautiful church to just worship Jesus in. They knew what they were doing. They wanted to create the beauty. And we want to be a part of that beauty, but to get to that beauty, we have to go through suffering. We can't take Jesus off the shelf. He's got to be always with us, and he will always be with us in our suffering. And it's so incredible. I'm going to read the quote from Mother Angelica again. Holiness is not for wimps and not negotiable, sweetheart. It's a requirement. That sassy woman. I've actually decided for this channel, we're going to have two patron saints. It's going to be Mother Angelica and Archbishop Fulton Sheen, who, again, like Mother Angelica, is not a saint, but definitely is going to be a saint one day. Sorry if you're suffering. Take that suffering and try and bring it for good. I mean, take a look at what I'm doing right now. I got broken up with. I was super depressed and sad about it. Still kind of am. Not going to lie. Still pretty sad about it. But I am taking that and I have started creating YouTube videos, which I'm pretty sure God has put on my heart. If you have an example of how your suffering has brought you closer to God or helped you become a better Catholic, grow in your holiness, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button to help out my algorithm. I really appreciate it. Also, I'm sorry you guys didn't get to see this shirt in the video. It says Reform on the back. It is the cutest shirt. It's so soft, very good quality. I got it from Reform, which is a company, more of a ministry that I follow that is just amazing. I will link it in the description below. I went on a retreat with them last weekend. It was fantastic. Please check out my Instagram because I talk about that kind of stuff all the time, all over the place at Catholic Catherine. Thank you guys so much.